Hey, welcome back to Cyborg Queen Media. I'm Kelly, not Jade's maid, Keen.
I'm Jazzy, just another Dale in the wall, shamanic.
And I'm Dawn, besides the magic tree, Glenn.
I will explain my name later because most people probably don't get it, but it was a great moment for me in this episode. Such a great episode. We're going to try to speed through it because we don't have as much time today. Dawn, who are you putting in the box for this week, for episode 5?
And I kind of feel bad because he's in the wall as well. It's Dale! Don't need him to go into a box. He's already punished himself. Just stop being such a dick.
Yeah.
So smug.
Yeah, arguing with everybody. Just, there's no need to second guess everything everybody does. Especially Boyd. I just feel sorry for, Boyd's trying so hard to hold it together, and there's this one dude who's just like, nah, I'm going to do what I like. That thinks he knows better than everybody. Okay, well done. You proved us all right, didn't you, Dale?
Right. The fact that his dying words are, "This is what a smart person would do, and you can thank me later."
Yep.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
Stupid the whole time.
Jade and Tabitha were just like, they barely did anything to stop him.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
no.
Saying
Guys,
you never go then, dude. Carry on. Don't let us stop you.
They're like, no, don't do that. Jill, please. I loved it. Jazz, how about you? Who is your LVP?
Ascosta.
Hey.
Again, this time I actually did put Ascosta because I remembered her name. I know she's trying to be contrite and humble and helpful, but like, you killed someone last night and then you're gonna show up and start telling the leader what to do. I know she's trying to be helpful. I really do know she's trying to be helpful, but maybe give it a day.
Yeah.
Maybe not the morning after you killed someone in the stupidest way possible. There's so many legitimate ways to die in Fromville. That's such a dumb way to die.
Seriously. It really is.
Yeah. She had to have known. Maybe not, because societal reasons, societal advantages that she has, and that she's a cop. Like, she should have known that would not have been well received.
Yeah.
I would feel like 99% of people would know that advice would not have been well received, but
agreed.
And maybe wait until you know everything about the place you're in, and not just, you've only just learned there's monsters and all this, and then go, let me tell you about a storm. No.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I am putting most of the town in the box.
Fair.
Yeah, You're previewing my worst list here.
I have made no secret that I am a fierce Tabitha defender. I will defend her no matter what. Mostly because of the crappy treatment she's gotten from the fandom. She was absolutely right in everything she did. The town was just, they weren't thinking, they weren't using logic. They just wanted somebody to blame for Tabitha's journey back to the real world not having some magical, awesome results that they were hoping for.
Her going to the police would have just she would have ended up in a mental ward.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
and I remember when that season ended, when season 2 ended, before season 3 started, I was like, okay, this is going to be crazy because she can't interact with police or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to, I'm thinking she's going to have to conceal her identity. She's going to have to wear like a hood, because if anybody sees her and recognizes her as a missing person, somebody's going to report it, and then the cops are going to find her, and they'll be like, where's the rest of your family?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so, yeah, there was nothing that she could have done, and she did, and she did the best that she could with what she had there. And the fact that she got in touch with Victor's father was kind of crazy. They just had a little accident on the way to the
right. I'm saying, like, the alternative is her getting arrested and ending up in Frenville in the back of a police car with two people who won't listen to her and no Victor's dad. So at least she did that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. My LVP, I am putting in the box this week, also Dale, in addition to the rest of the town. Because the town goes in my box, but I'm putting Dale in a separate box this week as well. So I have two answers to that.
A worse box.
Yes.
More nails in it.
A smaller box. It's only half a talisman.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Dawn, who's your MVP?
My MVP is Victor. He's doing the most. The fact that he is trying so hard to find an answer, find out about what the truth is about Jasper and Christopher, and that he's willing to put himself through what he knows is upsetting and things he's literally buried and figuratively buried, and that he's now at a place where he just wants to confront all that for the greater good, and he's thinking that another reason, which is we'll come to more detail when I get to the best, is that he's not just thinking about himself with Henry. He's thinking about Henry as well, his feelings, and for someone who is still essentially mentally 10 years old, to be so self-sacrificing to that amount is just, he's just, bless his little heart and his buttoned up shirt.
Yeah, agreed. Jazz, what about you? Who's getting your pancakes?
My pancakes. I split a tall stack of pancakes full the works, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity for Tabitha and Boyd, holding it down this episode. Yeah. Just in an impossible situation and trying to be sensical when no one else is. Boyd doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know any more than anyone else does. Why are you mad at him?
Right.
Why are you coming at him like he did something wrong? Like, he's not trying to get you guys home, saying we can't just sit around here. What?
Yeah.
This man got you goats.
Yeah, seriously.
Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I actually have the same answer. Boyd and Tabitha. Boyd, I'm giving a slightly bigger stack to, just because Tabitha was kind of forced in this situation, and I feel really bad for her. Boyd put his foot down for the right side, and he used logic, and I thought that he handled Ellis really well, and I loved his reaction to Dale's death. That he's like, "All right, who wants to go through the tree now?"
Him with Ellis was sincerely one of the best parts. Who gets to go through and sacrifice themselves? Who wants to,
I love that.
End up like Dale. Now they have something to point to, but up until that moment, the faraway trees haven't had the greatest track record at dropping people off in good places,
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I loved actually him putting Ellis in his place was one of my favorite Boyd moments ever, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, who's your pick? Who's your pick? Yeah, really. And Ellis just couldn't, there's nothing he could do. He just got real quiet. Let's go to our 5 least. What's up?
I said, who's your pick?
Yeah. Let's go to our 5 worst things about the episode. Dawn, what's your number 5?
My number 5, and it really could be number 1, is, damn it, Jim's right.
I know.
The worst person you know is right. Damn it!
Yep.
When he says to Tabitha, you can't go back. You just got back. These children need you. Well done. You've learned it now.
Don't make me parent.
Yes. Don't leave me here to babysit my own children. He was right, but the fact that he was right and he didn't do it in a way that showed hubris over his own feelings, you know what I mean? If he'd just been a bit more I'm nearly messed up. I was going to come after you. That was the wrong thing to do. We need to be here. We need to be here. No, she needs to be there. He was right, but in a really annoyingly bad way.
Yeah.
It's Jim.
Yeah. Seriously. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is everyone ganging up on Boyd, the town ganging up on Boyd at the meeting. Yeah. I don't know why they expect him to have answers. He has the same information y'all have. Why are we mad?
Yeah.
I appreciated him saying, or this was Jim, but what would you have done in the same situation? You just wake up in the hospital with nothing. What are you supposed to do? You've got a lunchbox full of drawings and nothing. You don't even know where you are.
Yeah.
Their expectations were wild, and I don't understand the way they reacted at all. I understand being angry and frustrated, but why take it out on them?
Exactly.
My number 5 was this Jade frustratingly flip-flopping again on the symbol thing. I think that's one of my biggest frustrations with the show is I don't understand why Jade keeps flip-flopping on the symbol meaning anything. Because at first he was obsessed over it. Then when he found the kids and saw the roots of the tree, he explained to somebody, I thought it meant something more, but it's just the tree roots. And then he and Tabitha were talking and he says that again. And then later he's like trying to, then later on he's going crazy and trying to, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts and I hate it. And his reaction, I know we're not talking about the finale, but his whole, what has become my favorite reaction video, my favorite reaction image ever. This one right here. I loved that moment in the finale, but it also frustrated the hell out of me because he's just, I don't get it. Why does he keep going back and forth between it meaning more than it does and it not meaning anything? I don't know. So yeah, that's my number 5.
My number 4 is that Jim didn't tell Jade about the numbers.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell somebody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's not important. It's just numbers in a bottle and a magic tree. They're completely irrelevant. Jim, think it through, man.
He can't.
Yep.
It just seems like such a, that typical kind of man who's a husband and father who's just like, what, to his wife, everything she thinks is insignificant. It was giving those vibes that, well, why would that be important? I didn't need to tell you I was going on a work trip for a week, did I?
Yeah.
That's the vibes it gave. So yes, Dave's right. Jim for a moment was right, and then he was wrong.
Yeah. That's so true.
Universal order was restored. Jim is wrong.
Jazz.
My number 4 is Fatima just in general in this episode. I get her being bugged out. I really do, because what's going on with her is horrifying. But her solutions are not good. You're gonna show up at the meeting, undermine Boyd, scream at your father-in-law. Yeah. She has a closer relationship with Boyd than almost anyone else there. So her not standing beside him looks really fucking bad.
Yeah.
It looks really bad. And then for her to go in the barn and be like, you can't handle my potatoes, Ellis. Just talk, communicate. People that's the biggest thing about this show that everyone complains about, is that the characters don't communicate. And she should have been communicating with him from the jump, even if you are afraid.
Yeah.
You're probably having a fucking demon baby. You need to just come to terms with that. Something bad is happening to you in this horrible monster place.
Yeah.
And you need to open your mouth and communicate that to everyone before something worse happens, which it inevitably does.
Yeah. Absolutely. So my number 4 actually was Dawn. It was your last one with Jim, because he was so great for sticking up for Tabitha and being like, you just got back, your kids need you. but the way he just wanted to shit on everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially right after Jade busts in like Kramer again for the 800th time. I think he's starting to be really annoyed. Well, I don't think he's starting to. I think he's been annoyed by Jade, but I think he's starting to become a lot more annoyed with Jade's proximity.
Yeah. Stop talking to my wife.
Yes. Yeah. You could tell that he was a little frustrated, that she was like, Jade and I'll go, nobody else.
Yeah.
At least Ethan didn't end up trailing along.
Yeah. Seriously.
Jade would probably offer him a sip from his flask.
Yeah.
All right, Dawn, what's your number 4?
My number 3, because I started, is Ellis being a dick to Boyd. I just don't know what's going on with him this season. I'm like, I loved him before in season 1 especially, and now I'm like, oh, Ellis, come on, get it together.
Yeah.
I know that Fatima is your wife, and you have to put your wife first and stuff after that diner scene, but can you not see the position his father is in? That he's, like he said, he doesn't know anything else than anybody else. He's just trying. Give your father a break. You're not a teenager. Don't be looking to your dad to have all the answers, and then blame him when he doesn't, because you're a grown man. So see the position he's in.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, I hear you. Very, very good choice. Jazz, what about you?
My number 3 is Elgin saying his grandmother would call the wet girl an angel. What religion's your grandmother? Elgin, sorry. He's like, my grandmother would probably say she's an angel. I'm like, would she though? I feel like if she's like most elderly black ladies that I know, she would tell you to stop fucking talking to her.
Yeah.
What religion do angels look like an apple that's been out in the sun for 8 weeks?
Yeah. Well, she did say that they were terrifying, that the angels were terrifying.
Yeah,
she did say
that.
A wet apple husk doll in a kimono.
Right?
Doesn't scream angel to me. Call me crazy.
So this is number 3. Yeah, my my number 3 was, Jazz, you already mentioned it, Fatima's stinky potatoes. And I think it would have been really funny if Ellis had just walked in and just saw her as a raccoon, and or if he walked in and there was a raccoon eating the veggies and he's like, Fatima? I have to use the raccoon pic because I had it sitting here from during the season when I used it a lot whenever I'd bring up Fatima.
I mean, every time we saw her eating, she didn't eat like a raccoon. Both hands.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was just going down, just chomp on a carrot like Bugs Bunny. No, she had to eat it like a raccoon.
That reminds me so much of that episode of It's Always Sunny where they just have an ostrich playing Caitlin Olsen for one scene.
I love that. I love that.
It's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life the first time I saw that.
I always I have this saying about raccoons, and I tried to come up with like a spin on that for Fatima, but I couldn't think of anything because my raccoons one is cutie in the tree, freak in the debris. But Fatima doesn't live in a tree, so whatever.
It was close enough.
All right, Dawn, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is, I will give you word for word what I've written down. Everyone in the diner is a dick.
Same. That's my number 2 also.
Yes. Why? Just think it through for 2 and you'll know why Tabitha did what she did.
Yeah.
But even Donna, the fact they had Donna go, but you could have done this. No. It's
No,
like
she couldn't have.
Yeah, they might have thought you were crazy, but couldn't you have taken the chance? No, because they would have thought she had completely hallucinated an entire world. How on earth made you think anybody was going to believe her? And they were like, oh, but Henry believed you. Well, yes, there was reason for that. She had proof.
Exactly.
I just thought they just all lost their minds at the collective mind losing. It's like there was this drama by Charlie Brooker, who writes Black Mirror, created that, and he'd written one which was like a zombie apocalypse in the Big Brother house. Like all the people are doing this reality show and the world is ending outside and they don't know. And like it's a really good drama for like 3 episodes. And then in the last episode, everybody just does the stupidest stuff and just goes, oh, let's just go and try and throw food to the zombies. That'll distract them. Oh no, we're all dead. It's like, I hate when you see a collective. I mean, it's true because groupthink, people do just suddenly are led by one person. But yeah, oh man, I was so angry at them all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same.
Agree completely. Is that Jess, did you say you have the same one for?
Yeah, that's my number 2 also. It's just none of them are behaving rationally. They're just angry. And why? You're angry because someone got out?
Yeah.
Like, that's great news. Even if she wasn't able to communicate, it's not like she had like a list of everyone's friends and families taped to the inside of her jacket. You know, she did what she could. And she came back, so it is possible to leave. That's what we should be holding on to, not bitching and moaning over what she didn't do. Not like none of you know what you would have done in that same situation.
That was my number 1, but I'm gonna move it to my number 2 just to save time. And then fucking Tilly. Boyd's like, the important thing is that she got out, and she's like, yeah, a lot of good that did us.
Right?
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what was she supposed to do?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. What was she supposed to do? Go to the army? So they can lock her up?
I think it's like, I have to admit, I have a brain that works in this way as well, where you go, I would have done better than that. Everybody has that thing where you go, if I was in that position, I would have done it right. But don't verbalize it. Keep it to yourself. Or even if they focused on the fact that, oh no, she came back, the sense of hopelessness, that would have been a good thing for them to think. It's like, oh no, even if we escape, we're always going to come back. That would have been what I was focusing on, not on, oh, she didn't tell them.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of faith in the police, put it that way.
Yeah, and like how there's no way if anybody did get back to the town, there's no way that anybody they talk to would believe them. They can't go in like 2 at a time because they'll end up in different places.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's obviously what's happening, and I realize that we know more than the characters do, and we don't even know this. It's just an assumption. Is that obviously there's a puzzle to be solved here. And that was a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So they're on the right track. And I think bringing Henry back in was part of the piece of that puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's ultimately why Jim died, because they're getting closer to solving it, and Jim was in the way.
Yeah.
But they were just, I was so mad at them. I was so mad at so mad at everybody in the town. All right, John. What's
my number one is poor Dale in the pool. Oh, it was just so horrific. If they put his whole head out or something, I don't know. The level of it's only like a bit of his face. Oh, that was the most disturbing thing I think I've seen them do is Dale, because you're like, how much of the bricks are in him and how much isn't? And obviously it was quite a lot. It really was. I mean, it was good and horrible in all the best ways.
It was a rough way to go.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like the town really wanted to hammer that point home that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. I love that. What a great way to show up. Come through the tree, bitch. This is what happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
it was almost like putting him in the stocks in public with his hands and his face.
yeah.
And everybody standing around watching. It's like they were the town, the spirits, whatever, put him in a public execution to show this is what happens when you think you know what's happening, because you don't. Right, I'm bringing my phone.
Yeah. Absolutely. Jazz, what about you?
My number one is just Jim and then 5 eye roll emojis. Even when he's right, he's such a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I do agree that he and Tabitha need to be there as a unit to raise their children, but not the way he said it. Like, at all. Like, nothing that he said landed in a good way. It all just sounded like whining. The only time that I didn't hate him in this episode was when they were in the diner and he was defending her.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, he was just like, I want to watch the kids. You left me here alone, and I had to heat vegetables one time. He's just such a wiener.
Yeah, he is.
He's so jealous of Jade, obviously, which is not even on Tabitha's radar. Like, she's not interested in Jade and anything outside of getting them out of there.
Yeah.
Stop being such a man.
Yeah, like seriously.
5 seconds. Yeah.
And it's hilarious because if he had known about the reincarnation thing earlier, then he would have a reason to be nervous about Jade. But like I said earlier, there's no shippy vibes with those two at all. I think they will get together.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it's not even possible for Jade to have feelings for anybody. And Tabitha loves Jim so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Somehow.
Yeah, undeservedly so.
Yeah.
He really lucked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
No kidding. So my number one, maybe I'm misunderstanding this. And maybe they did this for a different reason. Maybe it's because they're foreshadowing something in the coming season. But I had to roll my eyes at when Henry and Ethan were walking and they stopped by the motel sign in the pool, and Henry's like, where's the motel? But where's the motel? And to me, it was like they did that so that people remembered there was a pool for when Dale died. That's how it hit me. And I'm like, that's so corny and cheesy.
Yeah.
But I couldn't think of it seemed so out of place and weird.
People ask about the motel a lot. It's a big part of the discussion online and what happened to the motel. I think it's pretty obvious that it just burned down. Like, there's some of the drawings in the opener show that there was some big fire at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it just burned down, but people
definitely.
are often asking about it.
But yeah, I felt like that was, I don't know. I felt it was really kind of.
I think you're right that it was just to remind people the pool was there, even though we just had it in the last episode with Boyd and Christy.
Yeah, that was sufficient. That did the job. Yeah.
And I mean, we see it in the background in every episode. I don't think anybody would have seen the pool at some point and thought, where did this come from? This is new. I haven't seen this pool. So it was it was really odd. It was an awkward line that I think they threw in that I didn't care for. All right, so let's go to our top 5. Dawn, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Jade staying focused and not running away. Well done, Jade. I like that his characterization is, while everyone else is lost on emotion and let's be angry at Tabitha or reunions or whatever, and he's just going, let's just get to the facts. What's happened? How does this relevant? Oh, there's numbers in the tree, right? Let's go and sort this out. I like that he is completely, and I mean, maybe that's the kind of brain he has, being as he was a successful man in his life before, that he's just totally zoned in on what can we do to figure this out. relationships and whatever. Yeah, blah blah.
I think it's totally due to his very obvious neurodivergency.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm extremely neurodivergent, and I can speak to that myself.
He's got the spicy brains for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a spicy margarita he's got going on, that's for sure, in his brain right now.
Yeah. Seriously, no kidding. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Boyd's breakdowns, both the argument he has with Ellis and then at the end in the pool where he's just like, I am trying to keep you alive. Like, literally. That's all he's been doing since the moment that he got there, is improving their lives. Yeah. They owe him everything. Everything. He found the talismans. He found the animals. He started a watch. He started the crop. Before Boyd got there, they were hiding in holes and people were dying every night.
Yeah.
No one thinks about that now. Now they're just like, well, why haven't you gotten us home yet? He's doing the best that he can, and the best that he can has been pretty fucking good. So,
agreed. Do you think that Boyd was basically brought into Fromville to build them up and then break them down? Or do you think that it's the opposing forces? Boyd has become way too useful. The good forces that want to help people get out of the town brought Boyd in.
Yeah.
And then the bad forces are like,
yes,
hold up, this is way too much is happening. We got to slow shit down. We got to break this guy because he's going to get them out of here.
I feel like he's like the opposite of Smiler or something. There is a bad person, bad entity that is sort of the leader of the bad, and Boyd is the good, and he came in because of the good forces, and so they're feeding him just, to give him little things like the food and the talismans or whatever, and because of that, the bad forces are using that against him, using all the, it's like things that happen in real life. You're using your strength against you, and his strength is that he keeps getting all the good stuff. So the only way the bad side can win is to use his strength against him, and which is hope. Yeah.
So my number 5 is my name. One of the funniest moments. Kenny and Boyd are standing outside talking, and Jade comes up with his backpack, and they're like, they mention that Tabitha is back. And he just throws down his backpack and runs off. What the fuck? Why did you throw your bag down, dude? Was it going to slow you down?
Yeah.
It was the veggies. He doesn't want shit else to do with those veggies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I am officially done working.
Yeah. Here, take some veggies. I gotta go. Oh my god. It was such a Jade moment.
It was.
Seriously.
Yes.
He really is the Kramer of the show. All right, Dawn, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Elgin and Sarah being teenagers. I loved that when they were just got the chance, admittedly, getting high first, but going and poking around, like totally what teenagers do, go and poke around the attic and find their parents' clothes, make fun of them, and be like, oh no, wait a minute, this is quite cool actually. And her Julie's side ponytail, loved that.
Yes. So cute.
It was just adorable, and that they still, and even in the scene where they were getting stoned and talking, it still felt like they were teenagers. That Julie was like, everything's awful and nothing's ever going to be good, which is like your average teenager.
Yeah.
She's got reason to, admittedly, but I loved that they captured the feeling of them being teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 4?
It's a really small moment overall in the entire episode, but Marielle holding shit down. I know that everyone hates Marielle and she is not a fan favorite in any way, but her telling Christy, "You're the patient right now, do what I say so that you can heal and get back to your place," is really cool on her part. It's nice to see her in her right mind, standing on her own 2 feet, doing what she has to do to maintain order, because obviously Christy's such an important part of the order and she's out of commission right now, especially as someone who's a struggled with addiction. Instead of crumbling under the stress, she's really stepping up to the moment, and I liked that.
Yeah, the audience wasn't really very keen on her last season because first of all, she kind of interrupted the whole Kenny Christy thing.
I thought that would be why.
Also, she was just angry and just taking it out on Christy, and but I think a big part of that was her withdrawal, and and she was like, I mean, this is a traumatic experience, ending up in this town and then seeing your girlfriend, and she thought she abandoned her, and she was just being very reactive. And now, in season 3, she's more herself.
Yeah.
And
she was
I
on
really
her
like
way
her.
to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's rough.
I mean, I really like Marielle a lot. Yeah, I kind of have a little crush on her.
She's growing on me.
I actually doing that after losing a patient, losing Nikki, but she's still putting her own feelings aside and focusing on Christie's.
Yeah, for sure. My number 4. Wait, is this 4? Yeah. My number 4 is it was a little awkward and it was kind of bad judgment, but I liked that Boyd wanted to try to talk to Randall.
Yeah.
It just showed, and it was good that Marielle didn't let him.
Yeah.
Because he did not want to see him. But I thought it was nice that we at least saw that. We at least saw him acknowledge that he wanted to check on Randall and see how he was doing, because it wasn't his fault.
No, there's nothing he could have done.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And it just wouldn't be good for him to see him right now.
No.
But I like that the show at least acknowledged that he was worried about him and concerned.
He wanted to fix that as soon as he possibly could.
Yeah.
Very
exactly. Yeah. All right, done.
My number 3 is, pardon my French, it's Jade swearing in front of Ethan. Repeatedly. I love that.
I like that too.
There's a big scene of him, this is what's going on, and talking to Jim, and Jim's like, no, and then he just keeps going, fuck, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And the way Tabitha is just sort of holding Ethan. There's plenty other things going on. I'm pretty sure they're not worried about him hearing a little bit of bad language. But I just love that it kept happening, and he acknowledged it every time he did it, like, oh, fuck.
One of my favorite moments in the show, I can't remember, I think this was season 2, or maybe it was 1, I'm not sure, where they were up in Victor's room, and Ethan's like, you swear a lot, and Jade's like, get over it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that was funny.
Jade is just, without doubt, the funniest character on the show.
Oh, for sure. By far.
Yeah. I also love that moment that he had with Ethan, like earlier when Ethan asked him why he wasn't at the meeting. He's like, meetings with more than 3 people are a waste of time. And then later when they get back and he asks how was the meeting, and they indicate it wasn't so great, then he like taps Ethan on the shoulder. He's like, see? That's pretty funny. I like that. All right, Jazz, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is the entirety of the Victor Henry storyline in this episode.
Yeah.
I've broken it down to Henry and Donna's conversation in Victor's room, Victor and Sarah having their discussion about him being afraid to see his dad, which is one of the most beautiful moments in the whole show. Henry and Ethan meeting and clicking instantly, and their his conversation about how Victor is his best friend, and then their ultimate reunion. Every Victor and Henry scene in this episode was fucking great. So beautiful, and it builds so beautifully with them both discussing their fears, and Henry talking about how he let go of his family years ago and thought he was dead all this time, and how much he regrets not knowing his son was alive so he could keep looking for him. And Victor being afraid that his dad's looking for a kid that he's not going to recognize. And then the moment they see each other and they instantly recognize each other is so heartbreaking. It's one of the most beautiful moments in the whole series. And I still cried watching it this time. Like a goon. It's so good. The storytelling on the show is so good. And I couldn't pick one. I just had all of their scenes, the two of them, this episode. That's my number 3.
I should have given my LVP for this episode. I should have put MGM Plus in the box for this episode for spoiling the fucking Victor and Henry reunion in the preview.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Oh, no.
They did.
I mean, obviously we knew it was coming, but still.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have seen any of it in advance.
No.
It didn't get spoiled for us because we watched the screen.
Right.
The audience in general.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's my top 2 is pretty much that as well. So it's the Victor and Sarah scene where he's talking about, his fear that his dad won't recognize him because he let go of a child and he's seeing a man in front of him, and and then when he lays his head on Sarah's shoulder, just so perfectly played. And then my number 1 is the actual reunion, the tentative walk, and the way that Victor just sort of stands, and it takes Henry taking him in the way a father would, when a child comes in front of you scared or whatever, and the parent goes, no, come to me, and that Henry does that even as an adult. The direction of it, the acting of it, just as you say, the whole Henry and Victor.
Scott McCorden saying, I didn't know how to get home.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Destroy me.
Oh, that line. Yeah. It's
unreal.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, my number 3 was I think we talked about it sufficiently enough already, but my number 3 was the Julie and Elgin scene. It was just a nice, lighthearted. It was nice to see them having fun together, and it was really cute. I liked it. Elgin's such a sweet kid.
Yeah,
there's very little just fun moments in the show, and that one was initially very fun. Yeah.
For sure.
And the way they were, he was chasing her to get the picture from her, and those kinds of scenes, you often expect something bad is a way to happen when it's like, oh, it's like falling in your hand. Something, oh no, he's a dead person. But the fact it didn't, it just went to black, and they got to have that moment without an interruption. I thought was really a lovely choice.
And then it just went so bad.
Yeah, it really
Only
did.
then stayed out of the basement and not found that camera.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, the camera really didn't have that much to do with what happened with Fatima, but it played a little bit. So, Dawn,
my number 2 was Victor and Sarah. That scene it did become feel very sibling like, and his fear, and as Jazz said, the equivalent scene of Henry and Donna of his, that he said, oh no wonder he doesn't want to see me because I gave up on him. It just shows what a lovely, loving father Henry is and was. That he takes the rejection as his feelings, so he hasn't been a good dad, which is I just love the two of them, and I can't wait to see more of them, and just it's just the most special, and everything about it.
Theme. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is every scene that Jade is in the same fashion as my number 3. I couldn't pick one. He's just so funny and great in every single scene that he is in this episode. And we've already discussed most of the moments at length, but Yeah, him, and especially him not stopping Dale from going through the tree.
Yeah.
He's like, someone's got to, for science it. So we might
Yeah.
as well be the worst person here. Yeah, Jade's amazing. Everyone loves Jade. It's, it doesn't need to, I don't need to speak at length about that, but this was a great Jade episode. And he delivered in every scene he was in.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely did. My number 2 is the Henry and Victor stuff. I mean, just some of the best parts of it. You brought up that line. I didn't know how to get home. Like that. Oh my God. That
Yeah.
just killed me. And just them both explaining about why they were afraid to see each other.
Mhm.
And just, it was so, it makes me cry every time I see that scene. And the two actors have so much chemistry.
Yeah.
The casting on this show is so fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
they really nailed the chemistry on
They
this
do
show.
look alike. Their nose and something about this part of their face really,
Yeah.
you totally can see them as father and son.
Yeah.
Really brilliant casting.
I'm just going to throw in a quick gripe because a lot of people say that they look like they're the same age, which is very annoying to me because that is not factual.
Yeah.
They also age up Scott McCord. Like, Scott McCord or Victor has been living in a hell dimension for 50 years with no sunscreen, no vitamins. He's eating canned peaches as like his whole diet. He's gonna look a little scruffy. Okay, like he doesn't have lotion and sunscreen and first aid. He's not going to be in the best condition. His dad's basically been a shut-in for the last 40 years or however long Victor's been missing because everyone thinks he's a murderer. So he's gotten to protect his skin a little better.
And Robert Joy also has a very luscious head of hair for a man his age.
He's a full 20 years older than Scott McCord, and I think that's very obvious, but people complain about it a lot, and I just think people don't understand how aging works at all. People kept trying to say that I saw someone say that Tilly was Eloise.
What?
Yeah. Like,
no,
like it was either Tabitha or Tilly, and I'm like, neither of those women are age appropriate.
Yes.
For that character.
No. And Eloise is not Colombian.
Yeah, exactly. Eloise fell through a portal and forgot she was white.
Yeah.
She showed up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah, it's one of the best scenes, one of the best reunion scenes I've ever seen on any TV show ever. They're just amazing. If Pennywise was in that sewer drain and needed to tempt me with something, it would be, come on, we've got Robert Joy and Scott McCord down here. They're going to act out the reunion scene for you.
They're hugging and crying.
I'll be right there. That's my number 2. Dawn, your number 1 was...
My number 1 was the reunion, but I just want to add, because I haven't spoken about it, is when Boyd explains that he knows why Randall was kept alive. I love that Boyd is so smart to understand that, and to understand the psychology of everybody, that during the day we get to pretend nothing happens, and they want to, I love that Boyd is playing 4D chess again. He's thinking outside of himself. He's thinking about how, as a universal group, they all think, and how they are getting through it all. And he understands that they're kidding themselves all the time, and the bad things want to remind them of that. He didn't need somebody else to tell him. He was able to just go, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. And it was beautifully played by Harold Perrineau as well.
Yeah, I like that too. Jazz, what's your number 1?
My number 1 was getting to see Dale turn into a concrete angel. Dale has long been my least favorite character. I was not sad to see him go. Rest in rocks, homie.
Rest in rocks. Yeah, I don't think anybody was sad to see him go.
No.
My number one, Scott McCord, is like some fucking space alien from. I just made the comment about Pennywise, so he's like from the Todash space. He crash landed into Earth along with Pennywise, and he's just, oh my God, between him, Scott McCord, and Harold Perrineau, the acting on this show is fucking unreal.
Yeah.
But
Bananas.
oh my God, Scott McCord, everything he did in this episode was unbelievable. When Donna told him when he got to Colony House, and before Donna went to the part about his father being there, she said that Tabitha was back. You could see his face just light up for a second. Like, you could see him get really excited for a split second. And then when she told him his father was there, he somehow got the point across that was a little traumatic for him to hear. But yet he didn't give off any vibes that his father was a bad guy or anything.
Yeah.
But then when he told Sarah, he last saw me as a little boy, what's he gonna think when he sees this grown man, was just so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then when they finally met and he walked up to him and he looked like such a little kid, you know, doing the thing with he was pulling on his coat and
yeah.
And then the way Henry initiated the hug, which Victor needed so much, and then you just saw him completely let go and just start sobbing, and then oh my
it's such a hard thing to do, where if you have an actor who's playing somebody with a developmental issue, it can be so offensive. And obviously he isn't. It's simply that he is emotionally tense because he spent so long on his own. He's highly intelligent. He's had a lifetime of experiences. So to combine that, where it's just his emotions, his reactions to things are that of a child, but that in all other ways he's a grown man. Such a difficult mix, and he does it so beautifully. It never feels patronizing or over the top. It's just so perfectly done.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It really does. He's so incredibly good. It's ridiculous. All right, should we try a little debate club? We got a few minutes left.
Yep.
We have time?
Yes.
All right, should we do the town versus Tabitha or versus Boyd, or what do you guys think?
10 versus Tabitha, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Jazz is praying for Judge.
Seriously.
He comes to Judge.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oops.
Okay. Ooh, it's me, whatever it is. Okay.
All right. So we got Dawn.
And I hey, I get the easy job.
If Jazz gets the town, I'm gonna be like, this is rigged.
I know I am. I can
You've gotten the worst one every week. Okay, so the town.
Yeah.
So let's see if it's gonna land on me or Jazz.
I can feel it in my bones.
Oh. You're saved, Jazz. You're saved.
Oh man, I can't believe I have to go against my girl Tabitha. This is upsetting.
It is not fun.
All right, Jazz, you got the timer ready?
Yep.
All right. Are we just doing a minute?
Yeah, just do a minute.
Let's just do a minute.
Let me fix that real quick. Okay.
And then, Dawn, you've got the easier one, so why don't you go ahead?
All right, ready?
Okay.
And go.
Okay, so she has no choice. She could only do what she could do, and that was not getting herself put away for, being in a mental institute for hallucinating an entire town and its members. She would have been dismissed, ignored, treated as somebody who was a danger to herself. There's no way she could have got any help. She couldn't have, there was no proof. The only physical proof she had was Victor's lunchbox. And if she'd shown that, she probably would have got arrested for his murder or something, or being connected to him. Even if she had convinced them of anything, it would be that she was connected to Victor's death, and that would have helped absolutely no one. She needed to just stay as contained as she could and help in the case that Henry.
You did
Okay.
great.
All right. Let me know when
Ellie,
you're
you
ready.
ready?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. And go.
Okay. So as Franny Fromville, I've been living in this town for a while and I'm really sick of it. And I want to get out because I'm fucking missing my bingo night every week. And I'm fucking sick of my husband probably lost her dogs already. And who knows what's happening back home. And I need to catch up on all the gossip. And this bitch Tabitha just gets back into the real world, which we would love to do. And then she just comes back and she's like, Franny Fromville was not at the forethought of my mind, at the forefront of my mind the whole time. And I should be thinking of her and not of the best way to go about doing this. And she's just selfish. And she didn't think about any of us back in Fromville. I'm sorry, I don't know their names because I don't really I kind of talk to people, but I kind of I'm kind of dumb. All right.
Franny Fromville. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Try.
I'm definitely gonna have to go with Dawn.
But I think we need to write some fan fiction about Franny from
Yeah. There's no.
I wasn't even gonna try. I wasn't.
You also brought up this point in your debate, but I was thinking about this earlier and hadn't mentioned it. If she goes to the police and she's talking about all these missing people, she's going to become a person of interest in all of their disappearances.
Exactly.
So they're just going to assume she's some kind of serial killer or something.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Nobody think about that?
Yeah, no. Nobody thought about anything other than, why didn't you go to the police? As I say, they all had really bad faith in the police that nobody.
Right? Why didn't you go to my mom's house? Like, know you.
Oh man. All right. Well, that's it for episode 5. We're already halfway through the season, but I'm really excited. I feel like we're going to get that season 4 announcement or the premiere date any day now.
Any day now.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm scared for Boyd. I think we're gonna have. I'm scared for Elgin.
Yes,
I'm scared for a lot of people right now.
Yeah,
and I think Ask Pasta is going to continue getting on people's nerves.
Yeah.
Guys, check the link in our description for the. It links to the GoFundMe for Jazz's brother. He was in a terrible car accident and has a shit ton of medical bills, and every little bit would help tremendously. Also, please leave us a comment. We're reading all your comments. We may have trouble getting to them, responding to them right now, but because there's a lot going on, but we do see them all. So thank you for leaving them. Please continue to leave comments and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our lives or any of our. We're going to be putting out content every day in December. So yeah, turn on your notifications. You can choose whether to get some notifications or all of them. And that way you won't miss anything. And we keep them all in playlists too. So if you only want to keep up with our From content, then you can, check out that playlist and etc. That's it. We'll see you in episode 6. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.